Hello, Chris, and welcome to MetalKaoz. So, my first question has to do with the timing. At what point did the band sign with Napalm Records? Before or after having, or at what stage was the album? Let's put it simply.
We pretty much had the album ready, or we had the foundation of the songs done, and we had the first single was really done, so to say, finished. So we had come quite far when we signed with Napalm.
So tAKiDA, I think it's this year, right? It's the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So my question is, what does a new record deal bring to a band that has been around for so long?
Well, for us, it's about, we've been a really big band in our home country, Sweden, for so long. So for us, it's much about getting more recognition from Europe and other countries around the world. So, and a couple of years ago, things really started happening in Germany as well. So, and we want to build that even more. So it's kind of natural for us to have a record company abroad as well. So we actually in Sweden we still have Universal, and other territories it's Napalm.
Ah, I didn't know that. I thought that Napalm will cover everything.
No.
Oh, okay.
But they have a lot of territories to cover. So,
and as a parenthesis, I will tell you this: I have a feeling that tAKiDA will have quite an impact here in the States. So just remember who told you that first.
It was Dimitris.
Correct. So
okay, that's cool. I hope so.
Just by looking at the release dates, right? This album took longer to make from Falling from Fame, right? If we say.
Yeah, it did. We started off, and then we had a pause, and then went back in the studio again, and we didn't want to stress this album at all. So everything, we allowed everything to take its time, so to say.
Were you trying something new? Not something very new, let's say, but were you trying things, testing things?
Well, the process was kind of the same as all the other albums, or at least the last 4 albums. We always have our ideas. We bring our ideas, all of us, to the studio, and then we're just totally honest with each other, and we say, "Oh, that's a cool thing," or "Oh, that's cool, but nah, I don't want to do anything more about it, more with it." So the process was the same, and we just let it happen when we're in the studio. So we didn't really think about doing something other than just pleasing ourselves with just being really satisfied with the songs.
And that's important, right? First to please the band, the people writing the music, and then hopefully the rest.
If we try to do music for others or for a certain purpose, like the radio or anything, that wouldn't be, now the end result wouldn't be really honest and good. So,
which is fine for some bands because everybody has to make a living, but
of course.
However, if you were to compare, to put side by side Falling from Fame and Agony Flame, what would be the differences that you see?
I like Falling from Fame so much, and as you always say when you release a new record, it's like, this is our best album ever.
True.
But this time I say it with even more honesty. I feel the lyrics are, Robin our singer is a great lyricist, but this time it's even better. And I believe all of us in the band have really done a good job with just melodies and everything's welded together in the songs. I'm really proud of this album.
When I asked this question, I had in my mind my opinion. It's the album sounds a little bit darker And because of that,
Yeah.
a little bit heavier.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, on the album, there's softer songs and there's harder, heavier songs, but the darkness is there.
Honestly, I don't like to stick to genres and words. How do we describe music? The
Yeah.
term pop rock, I don't think fits tAKiDA that much. But anyways, that's my 2 cents on the press release. I like that you mentioned the lyrics. So is there any connection between the lyrics and the cover artwork of the album?
There probably is, because the artwork was Robin's ID.
Okay.
And Chris, our piano player and producer as well, he made the final result.
Okay.
So since the idea is from Robert, I believe it has a little bit to do with the lyrics as well.
And the title comes from the lyrics of In Time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I was glad that you mentioned that Chris was involved in the production, because the press release mentions Robert, that he co-produced the album, but they don't mention who is the other person. So it was the both of them.
Okay. Yeah, that's Chris. In
Okay.
his own studio, so he's doing most of the stuff when it comes to the engineering and the sound, so to say. And then Robert and Chris are the producers together.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is I think, a female voice in Your Blood Awaits You.
Yeah.
Who is doing that?
Swedish professional singers.
Okay.
And on that certain song, I'm not sure if Robin's girlfriend is also the singer. You know, she is a famous backing vocal singer in Sweden, so she's done some of the vocals, I believe. And also, when it comes to male backing vocals, it's Thomas, the guitar player. He does a lot of them.
Okay. When we were trying, let's say, to compare the two albums and comment about the music style, I think just by listening to the song Sickening, I think there is I could hear some Tool there, some Alice in Chains, some grunts. So to me, that seems like the band is indeed trying things. So is there anything special for that song?
If I'm not wrong, I think it was me and Robert just jamming out a late evening in the studio, and we actually called it the grunge song.
Oh, okay.
As a working name, you know. So you are totally right. It's definitely a grunge feeling, and the end result.
So the way the drums and the bass go, it brings to my mind Tool. So I'm not saying that you copied that, right? I'm not saying.
I understand that. Yeah.
How long would you say the entire process from writing the songs, recording, and producing took? This is always a tough question, because
it is. But you know, say around 2 years, 1.5, 2 years, but with definitely with pauses, with breaks, with touring, and so we had the record under process for quite a long time. Yes.
Did you use all the songs that you wrote in the album, or do you have?
No, we have some ideas that we kept for the next album.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have released 2 beautiful, very much beautiful videos.
Okay, thank you.
So my first question is the band involved in the making of the videos, or you just have a different team for that? The concept and everything?
We are highly involved.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, Chris, he is a phenomenal filmmaker as well. If you say Third Strike, that video, all the performance parts of that video is him and his team.
Okay.
So to say, that put it together, and then the rest is actually AI.
Yes, and I think you've used AI in The Loneliest Tower, in the lyric videos, I think, right?
Not the loneliest hour, but the last sickening.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
How cold was when you were filming Third Strike?
It was -10 Celsius.
Man. And how long did it take to film that thing?
One day.
Was it easy for you to play drums, to pretend you're playing live drums?
No. I played out as hard as I could, but I was stiff, frozen in my hands and fingers, and my neck was tight, and
My
you
goodness.
know, you got to do what you got to do.
The result is awesome, but hey, I was looking at you with your wearing gloves, and I said, "Oh my goodness, that sounds difficult."
Yeah.
Have you filmed a third one aside from the lyric videos and the visualizers?
No.
So in less than a month, I think you start the Box Room tour.
Yeah.
So what is special on that one?
Well, the Box Rooms songs are special versions of our own songs.
Okay.
Sort of semi-acoustic, so to say. I don't know in the States, but you probably have them on Spotify as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's remade versions of our songs, a little softer but bombastic, if you understand, more orchestral. So that would
smaller venues or regular venues?
Would be theaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, man.
Yes, it's cool. We did this thing 10 years ago, and it was people really didn't understand what we were supposed to do in like the start of the tour. Some people came there and thought we were doing a regular rock concert.
Okay.
And then they are like, "Oh, what is this?" Oh, and so like in the end of the tour, everything was sold out because it was like a bus that was going around, and so we decided to do this again 10 years later, and we have a couple of more versions, box room versions, and we're doing this thing in Sweden only.
Right. So two questions. First of all, have you included in the set list any songs from the new album?
I can't say.
Okay, fair enough.
I really can't say. No.
And since this tour is only in Sweden, are you planning to film any portion of that? Maybe release that down the line?
Like a live video or
live video or even an entire
we will record and we'll see what happens.
Okay, because as we said, you have the 25th anniversary. So I'm trying to see if you have anything special planned to celebrate that.
I understand. We are discussing what to do with the 25th year of our career. So something will be done. We don't really know. We can't really say yet, but something will. We did actually when we turned 20 5 years ago. We did a 20th anniversary tour. We had a jubilee, like we really celebrated that 20 years. So we'll see.
Wow, yeah. And after that, the Box Room tour, you have Smoke and Mirrors tour.
Yeah.
That will cover the entire April. It's mostly in Germany. I suspect then you have the European festival season during the summer.
Exactly. And we have some in Sweden, and I can't say so much about dates that aren't
announced, of course.
Yeah, official yet. So yeah.
Where I'm trying to get, I'm sure you sense that, is have there been any discussions about the US, or you will be waiting how the new album will do in the States and then do something maybe next year?
Yeah, I mean, we are still about growing in Europe first. So the plans for the States aren't really there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if the opportunity comes, we want to go there.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Have you picked songs from the new album to play live?
We have already played The Loneliest Hour live, and we haven't really decided, but single songs, they are kind of obvious to play live.
Unless you have more songs to choose and you kind of change the set list, one in, one out. a couple of nights, something like that.
Yeah, you never know what happens. So I mean, for Smoke and Mirrors tour, the set list aren't set yet.
Okay.
So we'll see about that. But I hope we're gonna play all of the singles
at least.
Oh. And Sickening would be fun for me to play live. So
yeah,
I'm gonna vote for that.
You have my vote too. I know that my vote doesn't count, but you have my vote too.
Yeah.
Those were my questions. Is there anything that you would like to share that I forgot to ask or touch upon?
Make requests for us to come to play for you in the States, and we will.
Absolutely.
Certainly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm so happy about just doing these. Recent months have been so many interviews from all over the world, and that's so fun because things are happening that haven't been happening before.
I'm already looking at the vinyl edition, to be honest.
Okay, cool.
Thank you very much for your time. Have a great weekend and stay warm. And all the best for the upcoming tour.
You too, and thank you so much. Take care.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.